Dobra. Sejwik. Sejwik, Breivik. Mega klucza.
This is the place. Sharim.
Aha.
Lead the way, prophetess. You know what we are looking for.
Aha, to rozumiecie, że on powiedział Sharim, a Sharima nie ma, bo Sharim kurwa gdzieś zniknął. Ale przejście nam otworzył, mimo że go tu nie ma. Chłop nam przejście otworzył, mimo że go tu nie ma. Niesamowite. O, teraz się pojawili. O! Jezus, kurwa, czemu tak głośno? Wizję mam.
Saira, you look pale. It was the echo again, wasn't it?
That might
Stronger.
be because we're getting closer to where the last cleansing happened. If we just follow the visions, they might lead us directly to the temple, and thus to their version of the beacon.
Okej. Dobra, to idziemy.
What a waste of time.
Okej.
Kirash. Lost ones. They're...
O.
Yes.
The High Ones. They're trying to prevent us from reaching the temple.
Czyli przywołam sobie wilczka. Co prawda nie muszę, ale... Ej, w sumie to jest OP, patrzcie tak. Ogień i lód. Ej, w sumie nie pomyślałem o tym, żeby tak to robić. Żeby jednocześnie walić ogniem i lodem. Oho. Okej. Wow. O. Może was to zadziwić, ale czasami lubię sobie wpierdolić ketchup. No, nie znam lepszej wędliny do smażenia niż mortadelka. Bo ja nie mam tej.
What a waste of time.
Nie mam czaru. Czekaj. Dobra, 37 level. Raczej 40 nie dobijemy. Coraz głębiej.
The city of a thousand floods. The name of the sun. It's so beautiful.
O, ładnie, ładnie.
Dangerous. Come, we need to get down there.
O, głośno.
Betrayed us! Jakala opened the gates and now they're killing everyone!
The temple! Retreat to the
You
temple!
had a choice, and you've chosen ignorance. Now pay the price.
What did you see? What? Yes.
But
Is it
does
important?
that mean everything we have achieved hasn't made any difference at all? That we found the black stones, the ancient starlings?
All that the prophet has seen is that someone betrayed the Pyreans too, and that this jackal was deluded as this fool Koarek. We knew that already. We are the first to be so close to lighting the beacon. I can feel it.
I can feel it. Dobra. No to prowadź. Tylko nie spadnij. O matko, jeszcze się kurwa zawiesił. Jeszcze się zawiesił, stary dziś pierdziel. Jezu, jak... Ile tego... I co jest? Ile tych schodów? Co jest kurde? Wszędzie ciała spalone. Ja pierdolę, ile tych schodów jeszcze? Dobra. O kurde. No prowadź, prowadź. I zobaczcie tu wszędzie te ciała, tak patrzące na ten. Jakby się... Jakby światło ich oślepiało, o kurwa. Jezu, tu jest cała masa tych trupów. Zobaczcie to.
By Malthus, all these corpses. How can they still be here? They should have decayed long ago.
Good question.
Nie wiem, wygląda to dość, no, poważnie.
Prophetess.
It looks like magic to me. Look at how gray their skin is. Like ashes.
The cleansing. It must have done this to them. What we see here, it must have been their final moments before the High Ones devoured them.
I fear you're right. They must have tried to get into the temple, into safety. In vain. This is tragic.
Yes, very tragic. Are you done?
Of course.
Impressive.
I suppose we have company.
You are impressive, you know that? Everything around you is falling apart, yet you refuse to give up. Tell us, Seraphia, what makes you keep going?
Are you trying to manipulate me? If so, save your breath and fight instead.
Oh my, so grim. How nice it would be if everything could just be killed, wouldn't it? Even the past. Tell us, do your companions know the truth about you? All of it?
O kurwa, teraz się wszystko wyjaśni.
Let's go. This is pointless.
Pointless. You wound us. All we want is to help them understand. Just look at them.
Oho, wyjdzie jakaś prawda na jego temat. Brudy! Wyjdą brudy teraz na niego.
Jeff, shut up. Your games don't work on me.
We'll take that as a no.
O, co jest?
But there has to be a way.
Not here in Inodan, Tilor. We could hide the pregnancy, but a living child? A light-born and a mortal. It's blasphemy. As ridiculous as that may sound coming from my mouth. You could flee with him, you know. Take him somewhere where no one will find you.
What? Erlander, that... No. They would recognize us for who we are.
Not if we took precautions. But even if they did, no one would dare oppose a Lightborn. No one. Tealord, please, don't let him grow up without a father. He will be special, I can feel it, and he will need you.
What is this? But... no, I can't. The Council, Elanda. You know what they said about me. They want to do it.
You mean the exaltation? I can't believe you just said that. This is about a child, Teolor. Our child.
Yes, our child. Why don't you tell me another 1,000 times? I have... Stop this! And you should know that better than anyone else. You know how hard I've worked to get here, Elanda. And now you want me to give it all up? For this...
Tego czegoś?
Teolor, how... I just don't know what to say. Being a seraph, it's a title by the name of the sun. A title. How can that possibly be more important to you than... oh, I just can't believe it. I just can't
A
believe
czyli
it.
tytuł był dla niego ważniejszy
Of course you
niż
can't.
niż
You've never
dziecko?
known what it means to have to fight for something. We will give him away to one of
wkurwiam.
your servants. It is better that way, for him and for us.
What would have happened if you had been there for your son, I wonder? Would he have ever started to blame the gods for this deep hatred lurking inside him? You made your son into what he became, and all because a promotion was more important to you than your own flesh and blood.
No, trochę tak jest.
That is why you will fail here, don't you see? Because failing is what you do. As a soldier, as a protector of the gods, and as a father. You are a butcher, a loser, not the glorious savior you want people to remember you as. Admit it already.
Kirish, that's a lot of them. What are your orders, Grandmaster?
We will see about that. Shut up.
O kurwa.
My son.
O kurwa, co mnie tu bije?
Charlotte, you and Keeper Sikaris cover our backs.
There.
Aha, fajnie, że mogę się
Charlotte,
ruszyć.
you and Keeper Sikaris cover our backs. You prophetess fight my son.
Aha, no kurwa mać!
Charlotte, you and Keeper Sikaris cover our backs.
Enemies, get ready.
You...
Dobra. Żyją wszyscy? Ja nie muszę, kurde, jakieś potki. Dobra. Ciekawe jak to się skończy. O, fuck.
You're blocking the way.
The path is clear. Advance.
Prepare yourself.
What the fuck? O kurde!
For the name of the sun, will this never stop? There.
Potrzebuję regeneracji. Joki byk! What the fuck? Co tu się dzieje?
What a waste of time.
Okej.
Focus, Connie.
Okej. Kolejny level. Nice. Czekaj, jeszcze na szybkości jeszcze jeszcze damy punkcik. Dobra, mistrz. No dobra, muszę dodać, tak. 38 level mamy. Dobra. Lecimy. Drzwi.
Quickly now, to the gate.
Karash. It's locked. What do we do?
We will break it open. Do you see the ballista up there? Keep a Sakarish. You. Wait. Do you feel that?
A gdzie jest?
Yes,
The sun.
Co to za smok? O nie. No jest. No i essa, fiutessa. I zostaniemy sami, co?
Yes. Yes, that is good. Stay with us. You were hit by a piece of debris, but we are safe, at least for the moment. His attack brought down the entire
A gdzie jest?
facade, but
A
it
gdzie jest
also
Kalia?
cut off from us. You will not be able to get inside here. The building came down on top of her. There was nothing. I know how close you were.
Co?
I'm sorry. Yes, and we will. But to do that, we need to find another way out of this place. So, no matter
Nie,
what else we do, we
Kalia.
first have to go deeper
Co?
into the temple.
Ona żyje, prawda?
We finished. That arrogant display of the High Ones was a bluff. They are afraid of us, and this puppet show out there was... All that matters now is that we summon the High One and take the Numinos from him. Thank the gods your injuries are only superficial. Just try to keep up.
Nie, no biedna Kalia. Znajdź kaganek. Nie, no kurde. Mam nadzieję, że ona żyje, kurde. Nie?
You will not stop us! Never!
Aha, nie działa. Kurczę, no mam nadzieję, że Kalia żyje, bo będzie mi przykro, jak się okaże, że rzeczywiście jej nie ma. Się rzeczywiście umarła. No nie, no kurde, jak umarła w taki sposób, że po prostu skały się na nią zawaliły i tyle, no to trochę beka, tak szczerze. Że przez całą grę budujesz z postacią poboczną relację, jakąś więź i kurde wychodzicie z każdych opresji, a później się zawala na nią skały i ginie. No XD trochę. Ło. Ciekawe, czy będzie jakiś boss fight.
Karash. Did you see that?
Interesting. That must be the echo. We are so close to where the last cleansing happened that not only the prophetess sees it, but we do as well.
No dobra, idziemy. To jest to? Co teraz? O, to skoczyć. Nie, chyba idziemy dalej jeszcze. Wow. Jezus, ale głośno. Ale głośno. Jakbym był tu sam, bez nich, to kurde bym się bał trochę tutaj łazić. Przez te kurde, tych gości tutaj. No. Przerażające to jest trochę, że tu wszędzie są te truposze, powiedzmy. O, i szczurki. Kurwa, szczury muszą wszędzie być tej. Nawet w najbardziej kurwa legendarnych, odległych miejscach, gdzie kurde na końcu świata zawsze muszą być szczury. Kurde, nawet nie zdążyłem przeczytać, co gościu gadał. Oho. Jest i on. To jest jakiś mechanizm. Nie wiem, czy coś nie trzeba będzie. No dobra, nie wiem, to są jakieś... Czy to jest jakiś mechanizm, czy co? Jest kaganek. Ale zniszczony.
There it is. The beacon. By the gods, how similar they are. Sharim, do you have the word of the dead with you?
Yes.
Co tu leży?
Then place it in front of the beacon.
Stary
Prepare
miecz.
yourself.
Stary miecz. Ura, kamień. A, bo to są te...
Prophetess, it is now up to you. Somehow you must recall the moment when the last cleansing happened. If Shayla's theory is right, this is the only way to get our hands on something close to a physical... No, but maybe you can somehow lure it. According to all that you have told me so far, take a look around and see if you can...
Dobra, no są itemki, nie? Leżą na ziemi. Dobra.
They are similar to magic, or the power responsible for the tides. They are pure energy.
Okej. Dobrze się są podświetlone te itemy.
He has betrayed us! Jakala opened the gates and now they're killing everyone!
Wielogłos.
The core of this sickness is in people's heads. It is a way of thinking. But you will never understand that, High Priest. Will you?
Dobra, szukamy następnych.
It was almost as if the beacon longed for the stones. They are the key. I feel it.
I feel it. Czuję, 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 czuję. Dobra. Jeszcze jeden przedmiot gdzieś. Gdzieś to musi być. Aha, nie widzę, kurczę. To musi być jeszcze jakiś przedmiot. Czy nie? Czy mamy 5 na 5? 4 na 5? Gdzieś tu jeszcze musi być jakiś jeszcze jeden item schowany. Tu może? Nie, słowo umarłego. Kurczę, gdzie ten ostatni? O, jest tu.
The beacon was created to banish the High Ones from existence, but to do that, we need something from them.
Okej. O, ale czerwono. Co się dzieje? To nie zadziała coś. Ja pierdolę, co tu się dzieje? What? Gdzie jesteśmy?
By the name of the sun. Is that...
A high one. We have made it.
Co to
How
jest?
are you feeling, prophetess? Luring the echo like that. It must have... It does, indeed. Do you see that up there?
O matko, jak to wygląda, Boże.
This is our
Ale się zbugował ten... Góra się zbugowała całkiem.
Ah, yeah.
Dziwnie to wygląda, dobra. Kurde, potrzebuję jakichś hapeków. Oko Saurona. Przejdziemy.
Unbelievable. I have done it. In spite of...
No, nie wydaje mi się. Wydaje mi się, że... Wydaje mi się, że coś pójdzie nie tak.
We will see about that. Maybe that question will answer itself. Sharon, do it. Carry the container to the essence.
As you command, Arentheal.
Tepnął się.
What is it? What are you waiting for?
Tell me, Arentheal. Back in the ruins, when the High Ones showed you that memory, it was the first time I saw you express real agitation. Not anger, but agitation. What you did to your son. Do you regret it, I wonder?
Ja pierdolę, wiedziałem, że coś będzie nie tak.
What?
I don't think you do. What got to you was being reminded of your own failure. Regret. You don't know that feeling. You never have. Not even after Kira.
Sharon, what are you?
I hired the mercenaries with Khalim. I helped him kill Lashari. And I let the Neramis into the city. And still, you don't have the slightest idea who I am, do you?
By... You were there. The night of 1,000 fires.
Kur...
I survived your massacre. One of only a few.
Then you did not follow my son because you shared his ideals. You did it to get to me? What for, Yuzna? Justice?
Justice. I am done with this world, Arentheal. I have been for a long time now. The only reason why I'm still here is a promise I made to someone. The promise that one day, I will be the one who takes everything from you.
Ej, ale ja podejrzewałem go ogólnie.
This is madness.
No, ja go ogólnie podejrzewałem już wcześniej, że on jest jakiś taki...
Not just me. If you want my death, why not just wait, damn it?
Mój, jak ta kobietka została zabita, zamordowana, to on jakoś bardzo szybko się wtedy pojawił, nagle.
Shut up! You take me for such a fool? As if there's anything in this world you would want more than to die a martyr! Tealor Arentheal, conqueror of the High Ones, savior of mankind. You like the sound of that, don't you? You like it so much. You know, at first, I was so frustrated with all the setbacks. When the Prophetess saved Lashari's research in Alt-Rashengrad, and when Quarek's first attack on the city didn't succeed. But then I realized that all of this would be so much more gratifying than anything else I could do to you. Your final attempt, and so close to your target, only to fail by my hand.
You asked me once what my daughter's name was. Do you remember?
Zabił jego córkę.
Yes, I beg you, please.
Lena. Her name was Lena.
No, that's impossible.
Lina? A kto to był Lina? To on tą Linę zabił, czy co? Ten Arantiel? Kurczę, teraz nie wiem. Możliwe, że on zabił jego córkę albo coś, bo tam mówi, że jakaś masakra była, nie?
You fool. Miserable,
Nie mogę
selfish
się
fool. You killed us all.
Impressive, Arantio. You really were close. A shame that you were too preoccupied with yourself to see it coming.
Beast, you damn beast. He was possessed from the start.
Oh no, Arantio. I'm afraid that is only half true. We reap, but you sow.
To ty zasiałeś.
Of course we possessed him, but you did all the heavy lifting back in Kira when you gave the order to massacre everyone dear to him, including his wife and his poor daughter. And so, it is a happy ending after all.
A, czyli on zmasakrował jego rodzinę, jego żonę i dziecko, tak? I chciał się zemścić. A zobaczcie, jakie to trzeba być dobrym, jak to trzeba dobrze udawać, żeby na przykład ktoś zabija twoją żonę i dziecko na przykład, a ty potem jakby dołączasz do niego i w jego szeregu i chcesz go zniszczyć, ale nie możesz dać do zrozumienia, że wiesz, że chcesz tej zemsty, nie? Tylko czekasz na odpowiedni moment i po prostu...
No. No. I have not. Not at all. You have just presented me with a solution.
Are you deaf? There is no solution. The cleansing will happen, and you will all die.
Yes. Yes, we will. Your Messiah, the citizens of the city, the armies, we will all burn like the sun. And then it will be over.
You're fantasizing, Arantio. Without...
Not this time. Here we must go our separate ways. Believe me, I wish it were otherwise. But in your condition, you would just be a burden. And I cannot afford any risks. I'm sorry. The High Ones are right. We cannot use the beacon to banish them anymore. But do you remember what the Archmagister said? Without the Numinos, the beacon's energy would burst out without direction. Cause a massive explosion, yes. And that is the only thing we can do for mankind now. Koarek was and is essential to the High One's plan. Whatever shape the actual cleansing takes, he wants to make sure it will happen. And we, Prophetess, we may have failed in breaking the cycle for ourselves, but not for the others. The other people of this world, Arazial, Kira, Kile, they're affected by the cycle as much as Enderal. And I know that there must be people like us, people who have had the same dreams and feel what is about to happen. And if we kill Koarek and his armies, we buy these people time. Time to gather knowledge, time to build a new beacon, and time to light it themselves. Those whom the Nerimes have not yet massacred anyway, you mean? They will die, as you and I will. But they will do so for mankind's salvation. And this is something worth dying for.
Ale ja nie jestem jeszcze taki
It
stary
is
jak
the
ty.
only way, don't you
Chciałbym
see?
jeszcze pożyć.
Either we die here, rotting with the Pyreans, or we choose to give our death meaning by at least stopping this fanatic Korek and his armies. The High Ones are a lot weaker than they pretend to be. I feel it. We were so close to destroying them, and I have faith in the others out there who will fight them. They will succeed where this scum Sharim made us fail.
A, i teraz muszę pewnie... A, teraz muszę wybrać. Ale czekaj, poza zmysłu nie możemy uśmieć tego Endera. Chyba jakiejś płonnej nadziei. Zyskamy dla nich więcej czasu, tak, masz rację. Chyba tylko to nam pozostało. Nie wiem, która. Mi się wydaje, że trochę mu odjebało ogólnie, bo... Jakby no, wiecie, no on zabił kurwa żonę i dziecko tego gościa, a ja się nie dziwię, że on chciał zemsty. Więc... I widać, że ten Arantion jest mega... Taki, no wiecie, że dla swoich ambicji zrobi wszystko, na dzieciaka swojego poświęci, więc... więc nie wiem, czy... Widzicie, i on nawet... Tutaj nawet mówi, że chce poświęcić wszystkich dla... Żeby jakieś zbawienie, nie? Że że umrze, żeby nie umrzeć na marne, tylko żeby umrzeć dla jakiegoś wyższego celu, nie? Jakby to miało jakieś kurwa znaczenie, i tak umrzesz, i tak umrzesz. Więc chyba pierwszą opcję. Bo co nam da druga opcja, jakie zyskamy czas? To Enderal, czy Arka istnieje od 4000 lat? Teraz nie pamiętam, Enderal czy... Nie pamiętam, czy Enderal, czy Arka. Czy to miasto Arka, czy ogólnie Enderal. Istnieje od 4000 lat, tak było gadane. I to nie wystarczyło, żeby pozbyć się, żeby stworzyć kaganek. I żeby pozbyć się tych, nie? Potężnych. Więc co? Nie wiem. Zabijemy wszystkich, kurwa, na wyspie. Zabijemy wszystkich. Zabijemy cały Enderal, to co? Następni ludzie powiedzą sobie, no dobra, teraz musimy stworzyć kolejny kaganek i ten? No nie wiem. Nie, w pierwszą opcję daję.
So, a shepherd cannot decide the fate of his sheep. What is this really about, prophetess? Your life? The life of this woman who is so dear to you? Now is not the time for arrogance and selfishness. All of this is about more than just us. That you fail to see this disappoints me, prophetess.
Chuju, mam twoje zdanie. Jesteś kurwa rzeźnikiem, zabijasz dzieci.
I've made my choice. I'm sorry.
Aha. Aha, czyli mimo, że dałem opcję, że się nie zgadzam, to i tak ma to w dupie. Aha. No to fajnie. No to super. Nie no, ja nie będę go słuchał, gościu kurwa... O, kobieta woalu. Tam się spotykamy. Ja nie będę z tym gościem gadał, jak gościu kurde zabija kobiety i dzieci tej. I tworzy jakieś masakry, a potem się dziwi, że koleś szukał zemsty. Bezcielesny. Zbadaj portal. Okej.
enter the mind of a High One? I hope you're joking. This was their last stand. They are afraid of us. I feel it. You've killed us! You've killed us all! You have just shown me the solution.
I to było to samo, widzicie? Historia się powtarza. Historia się powtarza. Ktoś gadał tak samo jak Arantiel. O kurde, gdzie my jesteśmy? Nie wiem, gdzie my jesteśmy, ale... Mogę używać magii? Przywołam sobie chociaż wilczka dla towarzystwa. Nie wiem, czy to będą jakieś mopki? Przydałoby się coś napić. A tu Adam w lodzie. Co to za maszyna? What the fuck? Co to za maszyna? What the hell? Ale maszyneria, what the fuck? Co jest? I to wszystko wisi? Jak to w ogóle się unosi? A, one zna jakieś łańcuchy. No mówię! Ej, ale bez kitu. Ej, powiedziałem, że Adam w lodzie, a się... Ale to nie jest Adam w lodzie, ale jakiś robot, kurwa, po środku lodu. Prawie trafiłem. A tam w środku jest jakiś gość. Widzicie? Tam w klatce jest jakiś gość w środku.
Why are you here? Be gone, Phantom. Be gone and leave me to my slumber. Then this isn't a dream. You really are here. But why? The Prophet dies when the Emperor leaves him. This is the course of the game. It has always been so. Explain yourself. How did you find this place? And why do you still exist? Her? But why? She does not have a mind. She does not have feelings. So why should she do this? But still you speak the truth. I can feel it. Then could it really be that the unlikeliest of all eventualities has become reality and brought you here? Coincidence or caprice, I do not know. The veiled woman cannot be understood. I am sorry. It's been too long since I've spoken to anyone. I have had many names. The Akarians called me the God of Death. The Moonskin people, the Warden of Dreams. The Pyreans, the Demon of the Deep.
Ej, demon z głębi.
I am, or was,
Czarny strażnik.
Black Guardian.
Czy jednak była racja w tej
Pompous names, I
historii?
know. However, I am none of these, neither god nor demon. I am only an eye, condemned to observe again and again. As you measure time, older than your most daring chronicles go back, by far. I have seen them all, since our people fell. Every civilization, every cleansing, every turn of the cycle. But, no. The Starlings came long after me.
I was only a fool who wanted to save his own skin at any cost. I knew the cleansing would come. I had known it long before the Red Madness and the war started. But I also knew that fighting it as my people did, and as most do, was pointless. So I looked for another way to prevail. And I found it. What you see here is the result. The Goliath, as I liked to call it back then. What is it? My self-dug grave. What it was meant to be was a body of steel, an immortal machine with which I planned to merge my consciousness. Only organic life could be reaped by the High Ones, and I thought that by becoming a machine, I could fool them. By the name of the sun, how brilliant I thought myself. I wanted to become a god, laughing in the face of time. But let me spare you my self-pity. What happened, happened. No. Joining the Goliath meant immortality. All I had to do was sleep and awaken once more when the cycle started again, and new life came forth. Except that this new life would not have been defenseless. I would have been a true god to them, one capable of protecting them from the High Ones. No imaginary figure like the Creator. No false gods like the Lightborn were, to speak in your language. As the only one of my people, yes. But it happened faster than it should have. And when the cleansing occurred, the Goliath was not yet finished. And as the Emperor unleashed the light, I had no choice but to complete the joining too early. A fatal error, as it turned out. I did survive, yes. But I am trapped inside this unfinished machine. And ever since then, all I can do is watch. Again and again. Yes, but a part of the Goliath is the eye. It allows me to see what happens on the surface everywhere. Not as literal as you imagine, of course. I see schemes, feel emotions, similar to your gift, to the Echo. But they are enough to understand. Yes, it was not how I planned it. The Goliath in its final form was meant to be divine, a synthesis of man and steel. But I overestimated myself, and I acted too quickly, driven by fear. No, you do not understand. You are stumbling through the fog, even now that it is almost over. By themselves, the High Ones are not the problem. If we would just see them as they really are, they would become powerless. Yes, it is hard to put into words. I myself do not know everything about the High Ones. Only that they are part of something we call the cycle. The civilization arises and blossoms, and then, always at the same stage of their development, the High Ones appear, and with them, the Red Madness. People start losing their minds, wars erupt, and chaos rules. Until 2 or 3 years later, the cleansing happens. The moment when the High Ones devour the collective consciousness, the gathered minds of this civilization, to give birth to a new one of their own. Despite all of this, nobody knows what drives them. Perhaps they act out of malice, out of an urge to survive, or perhaps they do not even have a will of their own, but are like a force of nature. But I do know one thing, as powerful as they might be, it is mankind who gives them that power. We make them into what they are, because what nobody understands is simply this. The High Ones feed on what humanity has the most of, their ego, greed, pride, fear, and their everlasting search for an enemy who is responsible for all their misery. It is those traits the High Ones make use of. These characteristics are what make us human. And by themselves, they are harmless. Only when we bury them, when we deny them, then they play into the High One's hands. So why is this, you ask? It is simple. The High Ones alone cannot make the cleansing happen. Only a human can. With the beacon, my knowledge about it is as limited as my knowledge about the cycle. It has existed since the beginning of time, and despite what you might now believe, the ancient writings about it are true. Lit by the ones who carry the Numenos, it can banish the High Ones once and for all. But it can also destroy us. Because what happens when it is lit without a core is far more than an explosion. It is the cleansing, the triumph of the High Ones. And even as we speak, a human, Tealor Orinthiol, has done it again. A bright light will appear from the heart of the machine and open a hole in the sky. And within hours, it will spread throughout the world, and they will all feel it. A fire that burns them from within. A white light which will break through their flesh. Do you understand now? The High Ones have no power. All they do is to feed on our weaknesses, manipulate us into bringing about our own destruction. It is we who forge the sword that kills us. We who lead them to their victory. Even though the key to salvation has always been in our hands. But instead of realizing our folly, we make the same mistake. We repeat the same fate over and over. And only because we refuse to see the truth. Yes, the High Ones are our enemy. But who wants to hear that it is our ego, that dark voice within us, that empowers them? It is so ironic. The moment we would realize all this would be the moment it all came to an end. But we do not.
Kurde, ale długo to trwa. Aż 54 minuty.
They reap. We sow.
Dokładnie.
Dreams, thoughts, visions. They are everywhere. But the principle is always the same. They throw a tainted seed into a fertile ground. The rest happens by itself.
tu jeszcze jest?
Just think for a moment. When did the High Ones ever do anything other than manipulate
No
you?
dokładnie, w sumie nie.
Did they ever physically influence any events? They incited the Naramis to march against you, and time and again confirmed the righteousness of both your causes.
Dokładnie, ej, kurwa, i to ma rację
All
w
they
sumie.
showed you was what you wanted to hear and what you wanted to see.
Była jedna...
And yes, if you, Teolor Renthial, his order, and the Naramis had never acted, the cleansing would never have happened.
No tak, działanie wywołuje jakąś reakcję, tak? A że byliśmy manipulowani przez tych potężnych, to powodowało, że ludzie wpadali w jakiś taki strach, że o, co z nami będzie? O kurde, jakieś istoty podobne do bogów chcą przeciwko nam, chcą nas zniszczyć i teraz musimy się uratować. Ale tak naprawdę te istoty nigdy nie pokazały swojej prawdziwej mocy, tylko właśnie poprzez jakieś wizje i manipulacje, tylko jakby szczuli nas na siebie, ludzi, dzięki czemu ludzkość sama się zabija. Sama ludzkość powstaje, rodzą się ludzie. I jest kolejny cykl i znowu manipulują i ludzie jakby nie uczą się na błędach cały czas. I robią to samo i to jest w sumie, kurde, no jest w tym bardzo dużo racji i też można właśnie gdzieś tam się odnieść nawet do prawdziwego życia, że no my jako ludzie jakby mimo ciągłego rozwijania się, mimo nauki i tak dalej, wszystkiego, jakby wiecznie popełniamy te same błędy. Wiecznie popełniamy te same błędy i wiadomo, że to wszystko się zmienia, ale wiadomo, że rzeczy się zmieniają i rzeczy, które były gdzieś tam obecne, nie wiem, tysiące lat temu już są, powiedzmy, już są mniej obecne albo nieobecne, ale mimo wszystko mamy gdzieś tam w naturze, że nieważne ile czasu mija, to zawsze działamy w pewien podobny sposób. I kurde, jak teraz o tym mówi, że no w zasadzie gdybyśmy my tutaj w Enderalu nie podejmowali, że po prostu są sobie ci potężni, oni sobie coś tam gadają, że chcą nas zniszczyć i tak dalej, a my byśmy mieli w to wysrane, powiedzmy, że ludzie mieliby w to wysrane, a niech se gadają, to świat by żył, nadal się rozwijał i tyle. Ale przez to, że potężni wywołują jakieś wizje, właśnie ten krwawy amok i jakby manipulują tymi słabymi jednostkami, wprowadzają jakiś stopniowy chaos w świecie, bo właśnie manipulują, to coraz więcej ludzi zaczyna to dostrzegać i zaczyna i przestaje być bierna, tylko mówi sobie, nie no musimy coś zrobić, bo coś tam, a właśnie czasami nieraz taka bierność i po prostu takie wywalenie na pewne rzeczy jest o wiele bardziej pożądane, o wiele bardziej skuteczne niż robienie czegoś, nie? No dobra, dokończymy, bo już kurde godzinę trwa materiał. Zobaczymy co będzie dalej.
Like a thousand others before him, the High Ones knew exactly what they had to do to get him to commit this last act.
Widzicie, i to już jest cykl, który się powtarza już któryś raz. Czyli widzicie, że mimo, że mijają tysiące lat, to ludzie w Enderalu cały czas się tak samo zachowują. Nieważne ile czasu minie. To zawsze potężni tak manipulują, że...
That was his greatest fear, yes. To be remembered as a failure, a broken man. That was the stream the High Ones manipulated him from the moment he died, after attempting to flee from his prison on Nehrim. The real Arinthial, he is dead, prophetess. He is a fleshless one of the mightiest tools of the High Ones.
Co?
Just as you are.
Kurwa, wiedziałem! Wiedziałem, kurwa. Nie wiedziałem, że Arantiel jest bezcielesnym, ale kurwa, ja przeczuwałem, że ja nie żyję od początku gry. Że mi się wydaje, że na początku gry utonęliśmy i po prostu coś nas ożywiło i przez to zaczęliśmy mieć jakiś wpływ na świecie, nie? Coś nas prowadziło ku temu wszystkiemu, nie?
I wish it were. The methods of how the High Ones influence us are plentiful, and the Red Madness and their ability to enter our dreams are not their only means. Their mightiest tool is the creation of projections, fleshless ones, or emissaries, as they are also called. If a person dies, and if this person has one last unfulfilled wish, a compulsion, then the High Ones have the power to create a projection of him, an immaterial image of the deceased, which thinks itself real and is
Aha, czyli nie żyję, ale jestem uważany za żywego.
notices, not even the projection itself, are two things. Firstly, it is driven by
A jakie było moje pragnienie?
unfulfilled desire. Secondly, it becomes an idealized version of its former self, almost tailor-made to free itself from the last compulsion, that ultimate scourge. The daughters of fishermen become warriors. Broken generals become charismatic and driven leaders who seem almost too determined to be real. You are one of these projections, as are all of the emissaries. You are a fleshless one, a spirit searching for liberation from something. I do not know your past before you came to this
Nieistotne.
because before you became the prophetess, you were insignificant.
Ha.
But what happened to you and your friend on that ship? You never survived it. You
Dokładnie.
drowned in the Red Sea, and in that very moment, the High Ones entered your mind.
Czyli miałem rację, że utonąłem wtedy.
And other than myself, the High Ones knew your compulsion, knew the desire that drove you. Whatever it was, it made you predictable, and it allowed them to play you, just as they played Arinthial and Korak. Do you see it now? Every dream the High Ones sent you, every time they appeared to you, they all had but a single purpose: to feed your self-image, to push you in a certain direction.
Czyli przez całą grę nie żyję.
They wanted you to play the game for their purposes, and they succeeded. You read the echo of the future, as other prophets did before you. You helped Arinthial reconstruct the beacon, and led him to the Numinos. When he saw that it would be taken away from him at the very last instant, His fear of failure led him into doing what he did. You are not to blame, prophetess. You did what countless others did before you, and you did it because you thought it was the right thing to do. Only one thing is different. In all the time I have been here, never before did a projection realize its own nature. You were meant to dissolve like the rest of mankind.
Okej, czyli coś się zmieniło.
Yet, here you stand, and I tell you the truth. This was never meant to
Właśnie
happen.
kobieta w woalu to zaingerowała, więc... Ale w ogóle zobaczcie, jak się śmiesznie dobraliśmy. Czyli Kalia jest... albo była, bo nie wiem, czy żyje. W każdym razie Kalia jest wytworem jakiegoś chorego eksperymentu, czyli dziecko, które umarło, zostało ożywione przez chorego ojca, który był kurwa jakimś magiem i ma w sobie demona, a ja jestem od początku gry martwy, bo utonąłem i jestem jakimś duchem, który ma kurwa normalne ciało i wszyscy go biorą za człowieka, ale tak naprawdę nie żyje, nawet my sami nie wiemy, że nie żyjemy. Bo jakby nic się nie zmieniło, nie? Tylko... Dobra. Kurczę, chyba będę klikał już te ostatnie dialogi, bo nie chcę też super przedłużać, bo już jest dosyć późno.
Oh, stop it. No, it is too late for that. By the name of the sun. It is so ironic that the veiled woman did not
No
lead
właśnie,
you here
dlaczego?
earlier.
Wiecie, co ona ma na celu?
Over, prophetess. You are strong, but regardless of how long your power can protect you from the light of the cleansing, eventually you will dissolve too. Even if... Wait. No.
A to nie jest tak, że skoro potężni dali mi życie,
Maybe you are right.
to nie mogą mi go odebrać
Maybe
też?
there is a way.
Jeśli nie wypełnię swojego celu?
But no, it would be pointless. Forgive me, I have to think. Yes, there could be a way. What I told you is true. Here on Earth you would not survive the cleansing. But there is one place where you could. The Star City. I know that you brought something back from your journey there. The escape pods. And I know that they can also take you back there. For I have seen the Yalam Rashe, the ancient starlings, do so. Whatever has protected the city over all these millennia, it would protect you too. Yes, you could survive it. By the face of time, you could. No, it would not. But that is irrelevant. You are fleshless, a projection. And just like me, time cannot touch you. Age cannot kill you. And thus you could succeed where I have failed. You could wait for the cleansing to be over. And then... create a new
Aha, w ten sposób. Czy ja nigdy nie umrę? Czyli... można mnie zabić, tak? Czyli rozumiem z tego, że można mnie zabić, ale nigdy nie umrę śmiercią naturalną chyba. W sensie z powodu starzenia się, nie?
Create a new humanity. It is only a matter of time until the new turn of the cycle starts. New life will come forth. First, simple life, then human. And just like the
Czyli co, będę
civilizations
Bogiem?
before them, they will also fall victim to the High Ones, because they will have the same weaknesses as we do.
A, ja mogę ich kierować i zostać Bogiem.
You could guide their ascent. You could shape a mankind free of egos and weaknesses. And by doing so, you
A,
would
bez
deprive
kitu,
the
teraz
High
rozumiem,
Ones of
no.
their power.
Jest to w jakiś sposób logiczne.
Just imagine, in this new world, there would be no need for a beacon, because the High Ones simply would not have any strings to pull on. Mankind will defeat them by becoming superior.
Dobra. Nie, to jest złe, nie mogę pozwolić na śmierć tych ludzi. Nie podoba mi się to, ale chyba masz rację, no. Kurczę, nie wiem. Co tu jest jeszcze? Kurczę, ja bym chciał Kalię chociaż uratować.
Yes, because that old starling did harm to the city by trying to destroy a crystal. That awoke the Guardians, but they are asleep now.
I co, i tam będę sam kurwa siedzieć przez 300 lat?
You would be safe, believe me. No, they are already dead, damn it. Arinthiel has lit the beacon, and unlike anything else you could do right now, this would be a chance for permanent change. By the face of time, do not let all of this become meaningless. Every second you waste doubting lessens your chance to get to safety.
Ja bym chciał tego Kalię uratować. Ale nie wiem, czy to w sumie wypali.
It means a lot to me to hear you say that. What is important now is that we act quickly. The cleansing is already happening, and you will not have much time left to flee. You must go through the portal and then back to
Kurwa!
Then you have to activate the pods, and the rest.
Ej, no... Nie chciałem tego klikać. Ja pierdolę. Da się to jakoś skipnąć? Ej, no ja chciałem kliknąć ten drugi dialog. Kurwa mać. Tylko nie mi nie gada, że teraz będę musiał wszystko czytać. Wszystko słuchać od nowa. Mnie pojebie.
No, this is impossible. Why are you here? Be gone, Phantom. Be gone and leave me to my slumber. Then this isn't a dream. You really are here. But why?
No nie, to jest wszystko...
The Emperor leaves him. This is the course of the game. It has always been so. Explain yourself. How did you
Dobra,
find this
wiecie co? Ja tu wiem, że trochę się zachowuję teraz jak Polsat, ale ja tu przerwę, bo już jest godzina materiału i jest 3:30 a jeszcze muszę wstać za niedługo. I po prostu dokończę sobie to jutro. Dokończymy sobie to jutro. Tam tego enda. I przede wszystkim wybiorę ten drugi dialog, ten co chciałem, bo ja chciałem tam uratować, spróbować ich uratować wszystkich, mimo wszystko. A nie zgadzać się na jego to, żeby, wiecie, żeby tworzyć nowy cykl i żeby być Bogiem. Bo ja nie chcę być Bogiem. Chcę być sobą, mogę być sobie tą skorupą, na jak już nie żyje, to nie żyje. Kto umarł, ten nie żyje, ale... jakby wolałbym żyć w tym świecie, niż żeby się tworzył znowu nowy, nie? Więc no. Więc jutro sobie to dokończymy. Jutro sobie dokończymy Enderala i właśnie skipnę ten cały dialog tam z nim, aż do tego momentu wyboru, nie? No dobra, to dzięki i cześć, cześć.